Behold the face of death. It doesn't make any more sense if you zoom out either. Huh. So, as you guys may know, I am off my feet due to a broken hip, and people on my island have been really, really nice, and someone in particular lent me a bunch of these fantastic old science fiction, fantasy periodical quarterly magazines. Analog Science Fact, Science Fiction, the Astounding Science Fiction, this one I think is Science Fantasy, which I'm guessing is science fiction, but also science fact. A lot of these I think make claims that they don't fulfill in the book, but they are unbelievable. They go from roughly the early 50s through to the early 70s, and each one is just, oh, perfect. The artwork on the front is great as well. You've got this one from 1959, August, September. This guy has obviously got a very misjudged tattoo on his forehead. I think this looks like Wesley Crusher from Star Trek, and he's holding a sword. Probably happened in an episode of Star Trek. I don't know, I've never watched it.
Wesley! No!
You've got the man who is being watched over by a wolf, and a woman who also looks like an alien from Star Trek. Seems to be, I can see where they got a lot of their influences from science fiction analog, science fact. I don't get this. Is it science fiction or is it science fact? The only thing separating it is analog, mainly by cunning, by John Dalmas. This guy clearly using his cunning instead of his massive thighs, sword and horse. But yeah, really amazing artwork on the front. You got a bulldozer submarine, for what reason I don't know. Man fighting a caveman. Oh no, he's holding a woman. Oh, I didn't even realise that. I haven't read any of these. I have read several of them, and I've got them off to the side here. I'm just giving you a kind of rundown of what all these look like. You've got analog science fact fiction. It seems to they couldn't seem to make up their mind about which is which. What's this? Look at this guy trying to hide the gun. Hiding Place by Paul Anderson. This guy is not hiding that gun very well at all, and he's so smug about it. Look, oh, that's brilliant. You've got this, which that looks like a giant fish in space. Oh, this guy's face is. Oh no, that's like. I was thinking this was the same size, but it's not. This is 1962. You've got a very post-apocalyptic landscape here, which, wow, really dark. Look, you've got bodies hanging off like the street lights and everything. It really is quite incredible what they got away with, especially when you read some of the stuff inside of these. The Lagging Professor. What's this? The Highest Treason. That, I imagine, what to do with this. Very Fallout though. It looks like something straight out of Fallout. In fact, it looks like something out of the Fallout video game New Vegas, where they crucify a bunch of people in a town. But that's a story for another day. And finally, analog science fiction fact, and a lion no wall could stop. It is not a lion. He has got my hairstyle from 2006. He's got a boar's face, longing eyes. These guys have their guns pointed in the completely wrong direction. The other thing is, these guns actually look like the one that assassinated the president or whatever, and the guy had hiding in his newspaper. Quite interesting. Oh, the actual name of the thing is Lion Loose. This seems to just be a tagline. The lion seems to be saying this, like, I am a lion that no wall could stop. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. These are the best things I think I've ever seen. However, I've collected some of my favourites. So, Startling Stories, The Star Watchers. Now, was this before? This will be before. Ah, yes, you can see there. November 1951, a while before Star Wars. I was going to say there. I was like, maybe this is just a rip-off of Star Wars. The reason I have this is because the adverts in here really got me. Some of them are fantastic. First up, Miracle Medical Discovery by famous skin doctor grows hair on bald heads. Now, medical scalp and hair specialist Kempor Formula actually can regrow new hair by carrying fresh, vital nourishment deep into starved hair roots. Wow, that is quite incredible. There is a lot of writing, as you can see. Send no money for a free 14-day trial. Offer, fill out and mail this coupon now to the Guardian Pharmaceutical Corporation, Department AA3, is that Oakley Boulevard, Chicago. Wow, I wonder if they're still there. I wonder what's still there. Free 14-day trial offer, money back guarantee. These people all look very happy. I noticed this guy doesn't look like he has much hair. Excessive hair loss result. Excessive hair loss ceased entirely. New hair growth replaced those which were formerly lost. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's not a very good case study to use. I wonder if I can just zoom in. Right, here we go. Housewife, 42, symptoms. Considerable loss of hair following permanent. Hair following permanent. Hair came out in handfuls. Result, hair loss ceased. A complete regrowth of hair occurred later. I mean, she is loving it. Look. She's a whole new woman. For all we know, though, I mean, that could just be drawn on. I mean, this is before the days of Photoshop, but still, if they just had like a bit, they'd be fine. What else have we got here? Best Apprentice in the Nation. Yeah, this one doesn't... It's got some amazing stories in it. I think this was the only... Oh, no! Yes! Right, apparently in the past, hernias were a big deal because I'm not even joking, I went through and counted 50%, I think just over 50% of all these books have more than one advert for ruptures, which are basically hernias, and they all seem to be these weird underwear that basically just hold in your hernia. And you can get one that are double in case you have like two hernias, I guess. It's unbelievable. Man, I mean, hernias are incredibly serious. I don't understand how all these people were just wearing underwear to solve the problem. Maybe this is just, nowadays people are just not as strong. I don't know. But yeah, pretty crazy. Asthma, oil burners, make money with cartoons. I wish. What have we got next? This here, fantasy and science fiction. This is a bit of both. It seems like these are the same company that makes these, but they're just changed the name every month. Maybe it was like a tax dodge. I don't know. I wonder. I can't remember exactly. Yes. I saved this because it's got some really, really good adverts in the back. So obviously you've got all your miscellaneous, like people asking here for magazines. This though is quite interesting. This is just miscellaneous, of course. It's a cyclotron safe electronically induced human equilibrium disruptor and electronic flash stimulator. Directions and research possibilities included. Operates on 2 transistor radio batteries not included. $3.49. Biophysics box 4072 Star City WVA. Now, what on earth? I don't know what any of that means, but all of it for $3.49. That is incredible. Also, this guy here can guarantee how to win at Keno, which I don't really know what that is. I think it's something you do in casinos. On the other side, there are some amazing articles here because this is the science, fantasy, and science fiction or whatever it is. People reading this, they're defined guys. They're probably up in the world. I don't know if there was basements back then, but they probably weren't living in them. Now the personal section is amazing. English-speaking Swedish/German, could be one or either, we don't know which. Girls seek pen friends/husbands, which is a big leap. They don't even say boyfriends/husbands, it's just pen friends straight over to marriage. You get a photo album for $5. Prospectus, as if you're like applying for a uni. Cosmo Club Silver Thistle Hamburg in Germany. Wow. Germans is this in the 1966? So... I don't know, I guess Germany back then, the women were just desperate to get out. Fascinating curios, rare gifts, unusual catalogue for $10, and your horoscope, lucky number guide. All very interesting, all very fascinating, I'm sure. Better occult witchcraft and demonology catalogues. I just love the idea of a catalogue. Like, I really need to get better at my demonology. It's, it's letting me down. It's not getting me the jobs that I want. Also, you've got this amazing cover. Isaac Asimov. You see, there's a couple of books by Isaac Asimov, and I mean, It's pretty impressive that you can read his stuff as it was published. You know, because this is how a lot of Asimov's original work was published, in these kind of science fiction, science fact periodicals. 50 cents as well, which was quite pricey actually in the 60s, I imagine. That doesn't sound very cheap. This one I loved, one for the difference in, you got this spaceship that looks a bit like the Nautilus, it's just like flying through space, and then you got this, which is this lovely painting. I mean, the art on the front of these are quite incredible. I'm trying to remember why I saved this. It's not the back. Ah, yes. Lend me your body for 7 days, and I'll give you proof I can make you a Newman. A Newman, that is. I intentionally said that wrong. I don't know why. The reason I want to do this, I mean, this is just, no, you know, you've got no use for apparatus. You can just get a free book sent. These secrets have helped thousands become strong and tough. But the best part is down here at the bottom. No, I'm not zooming in on that. This is the latest photos of Charles Atlas. This is not a studio picture, but an actual untouched snapshot. That's right, guys. Look and behold at Charles Atlas. This guy is not in a photo shoot right now. This is all him, all man. Some things really do never change. You know, you think that when you go online and you get all your spam ads and your pop-ups and all this, and you're thinking, oh god, it must have been better back in the day when people just had their science fiction stories and they didn't have to worry about all this objectification and getting constantly bombarded with girls in your area. No, back then, it wasn't just girls in your area, it was girls from blooming Hamburg. What's next? This one I saved because, you know, it's just a pretty standard one. It's in very good condition. There's some nice stories in here, but the best thing is the front cover of the man being attacked by the brick. Astounding science fiction. I am astounded by this. But I don't think by Randall Garrett. He's pulling out a gun, but it's too late. The brick has got him, and I don't know. It looks like it was fired by this guy, but the gun doesn't. You know, this here doesn't match up with where the brick is going. Does the brick have a mind of its own? Who is this guy? He looks shocked. I don't know what insignia that is. Is he a Nazi? Maybe. I mean, this is the 1959. Last of the Nazis. He's got quite a nice watch as well. But wow, I never actually read this story. I think it would actually ruin it if I figured out why this man was being attacked by a brick. But I love it. I love it. The best one though. The one I was saving for last. The first one I actually picked up and read as well. Really nice front cover. The Houses of Zim, the novel by Jack Valens and Runaway. Very cool. Really nice kind of front cover. The planet breaking up. Looks a bit like when it happened in that there new Star Trek film. Not the new one, but as in like the reboot from 2009, which isn't new, I grant you. I'm just getting old, I guess. You got a nice advert on the back. You know, it's all pretty standard. Yet another advert for ruptures and hernias, so I wasn't making that up. But the best thing is in the inside here. Don't be skinny! Girls, okay, amazing new easy way can quickly put on pounds and inches of firm solid flesh on scrawny figures. No crowning with sugary tonics, no fishy oils, no drugs, no overeating. This was in a time when your standard basement nerd that was reading his science fiction books was so underweight that he needed to scrawn up. And also they were advertising this to girls. Like, the person who gave this to me used to read all these when she was younger, but I didn't think this would really be the audience. I thought that they would just kind of focus on the male audience, especially because all the adverts are for German girl pen pals. But this really... it's a sign of the times. At last, the all-in-one concentrated meal of easier digested bodybuilding calories you've long heard was coming. If you are skinny, thin, and underweight, mail this coupon for the latest discovery of modern medicine science. It's called Weight On. Weight On. And anyone in normal health can quickly gain 2, 4, or as much as 5 pounds in a week. Then 10 pounds, 20 pounds, and more so fast, it's amazing. Not a medicine, not intended to cure anything. Instead, Weight On is a new, different formula that's pleasant to take as directed and is loaded with concentrated calories, so prepared as to be far easier to be used in the system and body, in building wonderful body weight. Wonderful body weight. Cheeks fill out, neck and bust line gains, arms, legs, thighs, ankles draw admiring glances. Weight On also improves the appetite, gives quick energy, guards against fatigue, sleepless nights, poor endurance, low resistance, also makes for better digestion of fats and put on weight naturally. Try Weight On today. I'm unbelievable. How this isn't satire. Can you imagine if you published this in a magazine now? It blows my mind that this was a legitimate problem in the 50s, that women were so desperate to put on weight. It really is quite incredible. The best part down here as well, you got this woman here. She doesn't look very big, you know, she looks pretty standard by probably today's standards, but gosh, Jean, you sure are popular since you put on those extra pounds. Jean, what did you look like before? You must have looked like, I don't know, a malnourished toddler. That is just incredible. What else have we got down here? Weight On is entirely safe, contains no drugs or no stimulants, nothing but brand new concentrated food formula. It's extra rich and easier to assimilate calories, fortified with other proven weight building elements. I'm guessing this is what McDonald's must have seen this and figured out and gone like, right, we're just gonna have to put this into our food. Clearly, it's working. Start putting on weight first day. Folks with small stomachs who quickly fill up and lose appetite at mealtime. Many skinny people have weight smaller than normal stomach. Wait a minute, sorry. Many skinny people have smaller than normal stomachs. Halfway through a meal, they're full, have no appetite, take concentrated Weight On for the bodybuilding calories missed. Weight On works wonders on putting on healthy weight. Also notice they've spelt through like we would spell through on Twitter. Not, again, sign of the times, guys. We didn't just start adopting all of this shortened language because we got mobile phones. It's always been that way. Yeah, this is the greatest advert I've ever got. I would like to scan this and make a full-size version for my room wall, because it is just incredible. I can't imagine reading this and going like, wow, this is the solution to all my problems. I mean, I do know that grandmothers are obsessed with making you eat and thinking that people who are not skinny are more kind of bony, as my grandmother would describe, but unbelievable, mind-blowing and brilliant. Also, here's proof that you can double your income by 1964 from $2,000 to $5,000. Wow. Startling story. Startling indeed. Unbelievable. So cool. Anyway, I'm going to scan these actually, I think. So keep an eye on my Twitter. I might see if I can upload them. And I wonder, I mean, this has got to be out of copyright. I could just sell that, couldn't I? I could just sell that poster. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievably brilliant. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I thought I'd show you how I'm spending my days laughing at old magazines. Bye-bye. Okay, quick update. I found out that I was right. They did just change their name a lot, it seems. Analog Science Fiction... No, it's Analog Science Fact and Fiction, Astounding Science Fiction, Astounding Stories, and Analog Science Fiction Fact are all the same books that went under various name changes, and they still exist, unbelievably. I cannot believe that they still exist, but it seems they even have a website here, where you can browse all their... Look at it. It's still just as ridiculous. So yeah, wow. So probably not out of copyright, like I was saying before. These things still exist. Quite incredible. Check it out, guys. Analog Science Fiction and Fact. One of the best books ever.